Rocky Tusid, Sunny Chiller, Chetna Tyagi, Hitesh Guleria. These five names are the last five presidential candidate of DUSU who contested on a NSUI ticket. But none of them is Dalit at all. So NSUI or Congress, I want to ask you guys, why hasn't your student wing ever fielded a Dalit presidential candidate? Is it because everyone knows DU politics revolve around caste, or is there any another reason? Recently, the member of parliament and the leader of opposition, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, visited University of Delhi and met DUSU President Mr. Ronak Khatri along with few other students. His visit was completely political and seemed like an extension to his caste-based ideological push into academia. I'm highly disappointed with his visit and everything he spoke there. Mr. Gandhi lately has become more obsessed with caste that he now appears more caste fanatic than some savarnas out there. Mr. Gandhi talked about why 90% of our history is not in our textbook. Exactly. This is what right wing has been asking for a long time. The mere reason behind this is that most of Indian history taught in schools revolves around modern period, Mughals, British colonialism, pre-British era, post-British era. That is what it is considered relevant in academia, and that is what it is asked in exams. Local heroes and regional history often get left out for a larger narrative. But heroes who fought for this land belongs to everyone, not a single caste. Interestingly, Mr. Gandhi have given one example from Dalit history portraying them as having been treated like dirt. He could have mentioned Maharishi Valmiki, Sant Ravidas, Birsa Munda, Sant Kabir, Vidur, and many more. But he deliberately chose an example that is painted in a purely victim narrative, which isn't helpful. I'm largely disappointed with Mr. Khatri as well. I supported him during his Matka Man campaign, and no doubt he raised some serious issues. But as soon as he got elected as president, I have seen him just complaining. DUSU is supposed to work with the university, not against. Mr. Khatri's actions these days are more performative than constructive. These stunts like throwing gobar in principal's office or breaking windows that are often recorded and shared on social media are deliberate provocations to gain attention rather than fostering dialogues. Let me summarize Mr. Gandhi's entire visit. It was all about caste, Dalits and reservation. Let me counter this point by point. I belong to OBC category. Most OBCs I know are against the idea of reservation. Even those who support reservation or affirmative actions of any sort do it for individual benefits. They do claim that they want equality of opportunities or participation, but all they are demanding is for equality of outcome, which is not possible at all. Mr. Gandhi said corporates are inaccessible to SC, ST, OBC candidates. Sir, corporates are for profit. They are profit-making entities. They hire to maximize efficiency and profit, not to fulfill social justice ideology that you and your allies has been trying to push. Is there any corporate firm that bans OBCs or Dalits from applying? Just name one. Just name one. Where exactly have these affirmative actions uplifted the society? Caste is a social issue, and now you're saying reservation is a right. In last 75 years, how much have these policies changed the country? From what I seen, the divide has only gone deeper, and now another move will just divide society even further. Let's call a spade a spade. Socio-economical equality and hierarchy in society is natural and in fact necessary. I know people will jump at this, but I'm not gonna sugarcoat the reality to fit into someone's victim narrative. The constant gaslighting of OBCs and Dalits have manufactured a victim mindset within these communities. A mindset that is now feels entitled to benefits, not empowered by merits. I will give you a simple example. As soon as the word Dalit is tagged in any news headline, it instantly becomes a sensation. On the other hand, even if a Brahmin is beaten or insulted, it brushed off. Why? Because Brahmin were so-called oppressors in the past, so they deserve this treatment now. Is it the equality you're talking about? Is it the equality you're fighting for? What kind of justice is this? Where the current generation pays for the sins of their ancestors. Discrimination is discrimination regardless of who is the victim. But in this narrative-driven caste circus, attacking a Brahmin isn't even considered oppression anymore. And it is happening similar with white people in America. The weak impose moral rules on the strong to equalize outcome, not opportunity. This kills merit. Reservation prioritizes group identity over individual achievement, which ends up producing mediocrity, both in reserved and non-reserved sections. For the reserved, it fosters either a sense of inferiority or chronic dependence, and for non-reserved, it creates a quiet but growing resentment, because they are being punished simply being born into a category. This is a slave morality. the kind of Nietzsche warned us about, where those in power are made to feel guilty and those without it are made to feel morally superior just because they have been wronged in the past. But human nature isn't moral at all. It is driven by power and self interest, after all. Humans are corrupt by their own very nature. And when you try to curb that nature by force through policies like long term reservation, you're not doing justice at all. You are just building a structure of resentment and a slow collapse of the nation like India. I kind of believe short term affirmative actions can help deeply entrench the hierarchies. I'm not denying that completely. But when these temporary solutions become permanent crutches, they stop being empowering. They become the tool of control. And when and that is where we are now, 50, 60, 70 years in, and there is still no sunset clause or on reservation. Are we really trying to uplift, or are we just institutionalizing the victimhood? People like Jordan Peterson would argue that hierarchy should be based on competence, not on the group identity. I agree. Society need hierarchy. Otherwise, society descend into chaos. But they need to be dynamic and fair, not frozen into caste labels or quotas. Otherwise, you end up with the people in the key position not because they were most capable, but because the system was twisted to favor them, and society suffers for it. Long term caste politics does more damage than good. It sucks attention, resources away from the actual priorities of the developing nation. Like, let's take an example of China. While China is investing in R&D, infrastructure, and innovation, what we are doing, arguing over caste, backward class status, and whether someone deserves a quota in college or not. We're fighting over things like language. Caste based politics have become nothing more than vote bank machine. They don't solve inequality, they just redistribute it under the different narrative. Meanwhile, the real reforms like investment in innovation, education policies, education quality, economical liberalization are being stalled. Why? Because caste politics pays better dividend in election than actual development. Indian democracy is choked by its own obsession with identity, while in contrast, China moved full throttle towards growth. America made space for entrepreneurship, and here we are stuck arguing about quota while global economies race ahead. Indian government spent around 3 lakh crores on different caste based schemes. 3 lakh crores compared to 36,000 crores on ISRO and DRDO combined, almost 8 times more than DRDO and ISRO combined. What we want now, what you want, ask your government and yourself. It is the right time to ask this hard question to ourselves. When does upliftment turn into entitlement, and at what cost?